Hi, everyone. This is Uma coming to you live on March 20th, 2019. And I just completed the daily reading for today. And I wanted to come on with a special message for you guys because, if anything, I wish there was a job where I can say I'm a pattern watcher, or I like to pay attention to what is happening in the world because I'm very good at that. Hi, Andrea. So, I've noticed something and I want to share this with you because I think you're going to get a real big kick out of it because it's happened to all of us. So for those of you that are watching this year, because it's up on YouTube, so it's up forever. And I feel it's going to happen again next year and again the following year. So it doesn't matter what year you watch it or what month you watch it, but it's something very interesting to pay attention to. Have you noticed, for those of you that are here with me right now, March 20th, 2019, that the past few weeks we were just in a daze, right? Hi, Lost Unicorn. Hi, Tony. Okay. So we were in a daze, right? And that was because we had the Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which we're still in until the 28th. But that, along with something else, is what I feel had us in this daze. Now, usually when we're in a Mercury retrograde, we're kind of like not really wanting to do anything. It's a reflection period. It's an introspective time. So that's a usual thing. But I've noticed, as many of you, hi, Lizette and Rajika, right, sluggish, that's the word. I've noticed that we've been more sluggish than usual. And I thought about it too, because I was very glad that we have community. And this is why it's so important that you find yourself in some sort of community, whether it's the community here online or at Lotus Wellness Center or within your own group. But it has to be a community that also is on your level spiritually and going through the same things that you're going through. And what I noticed was that we were all sluggish. So that made me feel good. You know why? Because I was not going into my head like, oh my gosh, medically something's wrong. Oh my gosh, am I getting older? Oh my gosh, is my metabolism? It was, okay, something's happening because all of us can't get out of bed. So we, as a group, decided it's not depression, it's not health, it's not metabolism, there's something going on. So I posed the questions to the universe. What is this? What can we do with it? Can we change it? If so, how? Those are questions from Access Consciousness that I tend to ask when I don't know something. I got the answer this morning. So mind you, I asked the question 2 weeks ago when all of this was happening. I didn't have the answer, right? And no one did. We just knew that we all were feeling the same thing. I got the answer this morning. After my meditation this morning, I was sitting there just in quiet contemplation. I don't really get up and start moving around after I meditate. I tend to just sit quietly. And then Spirit showed me this vision of a flower below the surface of the soil. And here's the thing. We're going to start to see all the flowers now. It's spring equinox today, right? And the flower is going to push through the soil and come up. And that's how we get to see the flowers. Well, what Spirit showed me was the intricacies of that push and just how hard and uncomfortable and painful it is, because all of the flower strength has to gather together and push. Do you see where I'm going with this? That's what we were doing. In the middle of that Mercury retrograde, in the preparation for the spring equinox, in the preparation for this full moon coming in tonight, all of us on a spiritual level was getting ready to push. So on the outside, we were tired, we were dragging, we were exhausted, but we had faith. We kept going, right? Because you can't stop now. We're near the surface. And then some of you, early risers, you pushed yesterday and you came through. Some of us, including me, we pushed later and we came through today. And some of us might not be there yet and we might push tomorrow and come through tomorrow. It doesn't matter though. We all are going to reach the surface and come through. How does that sound? Janine says, reminds me of the story of a lotus. Oh yeah, you know me with that lotus. That lotus is my story. And that's about growing through the mud and the muck, right? Thank God it will not last forever. No, it's done. Until we have another cycle of transformation, it's done. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. And Rajika says, yes, we were growing through every blade of grass. That's it. So what can we look forward to now? We can feel freer today. We can breathe easy. We can feel a little bit more, I like to say, pep in our step. We feel joyful. We feel balanced. We feel like the weight of the world has dropped away and we can live again in joy for another day. That's the feeling that's happening today. And if you're not there yet, I don't want you to beat yourself up because they still have some late bloomers, some flowers that are coming in tomorrow or the next day or the next week or the next week. It's okay. But the good news is that for those of you that are not feeling it yet, you have people like me, like Lizette, like Rajika, who are saying, hey, we're here and we're so thankful to be here. So I wanted to share that with you because I noticed it myself that it was uncannily crazy how all of us were exhausted, worn down, tired. And I knew it was Mercury retrograde, but I didn't know what else was there. It felt like something extra. And now I know we had a Mercury retrograde happening at the same time. We were all getting ready to push for spring equinox. And then on top of all of that, let's not forget the full moon tonight. And what's the energy of a full moon? It gets crazy, right? How many of us don't sleep when we're in like a full moon, waxing, waning, phasing period, right? We just get amped up. I remember, I talked about last night, not last night, the night before, I didn't sleep because my kid was sick. Well, now I'm thinking, was he really sick or because he's so attuned to the energies, Scorpio sun, that what if he was feeling the effects of that full moon coming in as well, right? So I'm sharing this because more and more we're seeing a lot of people feel exasperated about what they're going through in their life. And the deep end of that is we find people committing suicide. On the lower end of that, we just find people feeling not good about themselves. And the thing is we need to talk more about we are innately earth beings, spirit beings. We are in touch with spirit. We are in touch with the earth. And our bodies, beautiful bodies that we have are always speaking to us. So let's try for today going onwards, not to judge ourselves, not to worry about what's happening, but instead go into holding space. Do what I did, ask questions. I don't know everything. And when I get to that place where I don't know what's going on, I ask 4 questions that Access Consciousness taught me. What is this? What can I do with it? Can I change it? If so, how? And be willing to hold space for the answer to come back because I didn't get the answer 2 weeks ago when I asked it. I got it today. All right. So that's my message for you guys. I hope it brings you a lot of comfort the way it brought me and brought my partner. I feel very happy about it. And I know that this is probably going to repeat again. Probably not as bad as when we experience summer equinox or fall, because spring is really when we have that push energy, that lying below the surface and coming up above the surface. So I think it's going to be another kind of energy we have to look forward to and document it. Hi, Chris. Oh, thank you very much. So for those of you, is anybody on here live right now that are really understanding what I'm saying, where you feel it right away? Like you're feeling better today, lighter, more joyful today, and maybe even had some of the best sleep you ever had last night, right? So we got to share these things, guys. So please feel free to share this video. And those of you that are new that are watching my video, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do all my readings for free. I do daily readings, weekend readings for free. And I do these little videos every now and then to share, to expand the consciousness of the planet. I'm a Life Path 9. That's what I do. Janine said, I went out in nature to release today. That's it. Brenda is dreaming a lot. Chris said, I woke up feeling better than the previous few days. Also had a dream I would receive an email from the VA lottery and woke up to one. Whoa, you're really on a high, Chris, to be having that kind of premonitionary dreams. Well, $6 is something. I would take those $6 and buy more lottery tickets. You just never know. All right. So that's my message for today. I'll be sharing it on Facebook, and please feel free to share it if you feel called to, because I feel that there's people out here that can really listen to what this is, and maybe it might help someone. I hate the fact that we have to sit and suffer in silence. And I'm trying to tell people, you don't have to be alone. There's community everywhere. I have the community at Lotus Wellness Center, but there's community at other centers, at other groups. There's just people everywhere. find somebody, connect, and share. Because I'll tell you what, I am grateful for my community, because I was beginning to get a little bit nervous about all that, like not waking up in the morning. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? And then to see everybody else saying, me too, me too, me too. I was like, oh, good. Okay. We're all going through something, because, we're all human and we get scared too. Teachers, get scared too. Andrea says feeling more joyful, but still not much sleep, but sleep better, Andrea, because tonight is the actual full moon. And what I find is either the night of the full moon or after it has passed. No, tonight. Tonight you should definitely sleep better, because it's the buildup of the energy before the full moon. And being that this is a live video, does anybody have any questions about the spring equinox or the full moon or anything of that nature? Let me know. But what I find is before the full moon, we're all just kind of like, oh, and then we thrive after that. So just something to consider. Yeah. I'm looking forward to I had a good night's sleep last night, and I tend to do it always like the night before the full moon. I get really best sleep ever, but then before it, I'm just antsy. And I really need to start marking down all the full moons and just plan not to sleep or plan not to have clients the next day, because I'm going to be out. Yes. So for those of you that are attending tonight, it's going to be something quite interesting. I'm going to actually write an email to everybody right now on the group. Bring your rattles, bring your drums. We're going to start with a drum circle from 7 to 7:30. We're going to drum hard. We're going to drum in darkness. We're going to allow people to dance, because a lot of people want to dance when they start drumming, but they don't want people to watch them. So we're going to just have pitch black darkness, have people drumming, dancing, freeing that energy, letting go that energy. And then after that, we're going to sit by candlelight, and I'm going to do a guided meditation to lead you to your spirit guides to receive a message about this full moon. I'm doing something quite interesting tonight. So, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes, because I get all these great ideas from spirit, and I think everybody's going to be pleasantly surprised who's coming out tonight about what we do tonight. That's okay, Ginny, if you don't have a drum or anything, you can dance. Okay. Crystals tonight. What you want to do is put all your crystals out in the full moon energy, because tonight's a really powerful night. The fact that it's spring equinox, it's the full moon. There's a lot of beautiful energy out there tonight. So yes, 7 p.m. Rajika. So definitely try to put your crystals out tonight, because I know I'll be putting out all my crystals tonight. I want to get this special energy locked in. And I'm setting, I don't know if you guys see this, but I set the intent where I say, okay, whatever energy you're receiving tonight, lock and load, lock it in, not leaving, lock it into the crystals. And I think it works, because when people use my crystals or they come into my house, they say, your house is so high vibe. And I think it's because of all those crystals I keep supercharging on events like this, where I'm like, lock it in, Yes, Lizette, dance. Absolutely. We're going to have darkness. I know you don't need, darkness to not dance, but there's a lot of people who are shy, and I want people to just dance, because I want the whole symbolism of dancing is letting go. You're letting it out. You're letting it go, and think about things that you want to let go as you dance. That's what I do, is I'll think about things, this person wronged me. I dance it out. I didn't get my full tax refund. I dance it out. You just kind of think of things and just kind of let it circle out. All right. Much love to you guys. I got to get ready to go see my clients. Love you all. And hopefully some of you I'll see tonight. And the rest of you that are in internet land, hopefully one day I'll meet you, or I'll be able to read for you, or you'll just pop in at Lotus Wellness Center. So bye, guys. See y'all later. Bye for now.